Kisaki holding gun on the head of Takemichi, suddenly the light is out, and he is saved and somewhere else. He tries to remember what happened, then he sees Kazutora who saved him, but Kazutora started to beat him up as he was a gang leader. Kazutora tells that he always wanted to save Chifuyu but failed. He remembers that when I was released from the prison, Chifuyu came to pick me up. Takemichi then realized that in this timeline, I am a cheap who do bad thing, and I was not doing good for my gang and Chifuyu was not with me. Kazutora then told that because of you, the gang does all illegal things, and you are also changed, and now the Taman gang is selfish. Then they both promise each other to make the gang good again. While they were on their way, Takemichi asked why the gang turned evil, so Kazutora told him that when Mikey turned an evil, everything changed. They also heard a news that Mikey has started killing his friends as he does not trust anyone. Then Kazutora told that I was there to rescue Chifuyu as he cornered Kisaki as Kisaki killed the girl Hinata, and his brother is a detective, and he wants to kill Kisaki and he helped us and we helped him, but when I reached there Chifuyu was killed. Then Kazutora took him to meet someone. It was the detective Naoto. They both were friends, but Naoto arrested him as of charges of murder. Then Naoto showed him a video and the reality that even you went back in time, you couldn't change the timeline as still Hinata dies, and I can't save you this time as there is a proof that shows that you killed someone. After watching the video, Takemichi realized that this time I killed Hinata, and Naoto said him that it's not your fault, they made you do that. Then Naoto tells that Kisaki has some kind of obsession with you and my sister, and now you have to go back in time and find the answers to the death of everyone. Then they both shake hand, and then Takemichi reached 12 years back, and he was playing bowling and Hinata was cheering her up. And as he bowled, suddenly the future boss of Black Dragon Gang was beside him playing too, which made him a bit surprised. Hakai then tried to make Takemichi remember about who was he and how they knew each other. Takemichi was surprised that how he is a gang member in my gang, and he is so big. Then they both played bowl together and both did good in the game, but Haka was better than him. They both played more and more just to see who was better. Hakai's older sister Yuzua was also there and gave company to Hinata. Then they all went out and walked together. Takemichi then got to know that they both are of same age and he is stronger than him, but then suddenly they met with a gang. Hakai asked Takemichi to run and take Hinata with her, but he stayed. Takemichi then saw the sign on their clothes. They were of Black Dragon, and he was surprised as nothing was as future Hakai was really evil, but now he is so soft. Hakai tried to stop the gang as his brother was the leader of the gang Black Dragon. At first he was not at the place, so the other gang member Koko tried to beat Takemichi as he was a Taman captain, but as they came to hit him, Hakai beat them up. But then Teiju, the leader of the gang, arrived, and he then beat Takemichi, and then Hakai stepped in, and so Teiju ordered him that he needs to kill Takemichi, and Hakai was shocked. Then Hakai denied his order, but was too scared to talk to his brother. Then Yuzua tried to talk to Teiju, but she was also beat up by him. Then Takemichi stepped in, but was beaten badly by him, and then Hinata came in to help him, but she was also pushed back, and then Hakai finally stepped in. But he said that I will leave Taman gang if you leave then alive, and then Teiju agreed and left them to go. Then Hakai picked him up and take to the safety. While on the way, Takemichi realized that in future Hakai was the leader as he killed the previous leader, and so he thought that he killed his own brother, and he wanted to make things right. Then Takemichi woke up in his room, and he saw many other members and was shocked that these guys are in my gang, and I am their division captain. Chifuyu was also in his team, and he was really happy for that. Then Chifuyu told that before Teiju became the leader of Black Dragon, they were just weak. But now Teiju has made them like military men, and they are just out of league, and they do what they want to do, even evil or illegal. Then Takemichi asked Chifuyu to go out with him, and they need to talk. While they were talking, Takemichi told Chifuyu that he came from the future, and he told everything to him and wanted to make things right. He asked help from him. Chifuyu was hit by the words as he got to know that Kisaki will kill him. At a point, Takemichi denied his words, but Chifuyu, after seeing his eye, he knew that he is telling truth, and Chifuyu said that he will help him till the end. Then they both went to eat some food. Chifuyu told him that we are just the starter in the gang, but Kisaki is already very powerful. They both together promised that they will do everything to stop the evil. Then the Tokyo Maji gang high-level leader and caption were there in front of Mikey, the boss of the gang. There they blamed Hakai that why did he took Takemichi in that place so that he got beaten up. But Hakai said that it was just by mistake. I never knew my brother is back. Then Hakai asked that give me permission to let me leave the gang. Then everyone gave the decision to Mitsuya as he was the captain of his division, and so he denied his request to leave the gang. Hakai remembered that how he first met Mitsuya and he helped him. Then Mitsuya went to meet Teiju to talk about Hakai and Takemichi, and Chifuyu tagged along with them. Hakai was scared and stopped him, but he didn't stop and went on. Then in the meeting, Mitsuya made a deal with Teiju that if he wants Hakai, then he has to let Yuzua go. Teiju then tried to punch him, but Mitsuya stopped the punch. After some talk, they both agreed to the terms. While on the way back, Takemichi and Chifuyu then realized that Hakai had killed his brother in future just to save his older sister, and to make it right, we have to do something quick. Then while they were talking, Hakai came in, and then he told them about their past, as how his brother treated him and his brother badly and used to beat us, as he said that we are not living as his expectation. Then Hakai told that I used to take the beating of himself and his brother alone, and one day his brother beat us both, and now I have made a choice to kill my brother alone. Then Hakai went on, and Takemichi wanted to stop it from happening and wanted to do on its own, and Chifuyu wanted to help also. Mitsuya then met Yuzua, and she asked him to stop helping her as he will be also getting in trouble. Then Mitsuya and Mikey met together to talk about the plans. On the other hand, every one of the Takemichi group had a dinner and made a plan to defeat Teiju. But while they were wrapping up, Kisaki came there and asked them that can he help them defeating their enemy, but they had a fight, but eventually they agreed. Kisaki then told that he has a mole and black dragon, and so they went to meet the mole, but somehow Coco came there and they got the mole, and while going Coco said give me $100,000 and he will help them and tell an information about Teiju, and he told that Teiju will be alone on the Christmas Eve in the church. Then they decided that they will beat him Teiju on Christmas Eve, as Hakai will try to kill his brother on that day. Then Kisaki told them to decide what to do and left the room. Chifuyu wanted to kill Kisaki and asked Takemichi, as he said he killed me in future. But Takemichi said we can't kill anyone, we have to make him right, and to save Hinata I can work with Kisaki. Then they went to say yes to Kisaki, and they agreed to help him as he helped them, and they started to prepare for Christmas. Next day Takemichi met Hinata, and then Hinata told that we something, then Takemichi remembered he had a plan with him. Then by mistake Takemichi spoke the name of Kisaki, and Hinata said that how do you know him? And then Takemichi said her that he is a gang member. And then he asked her, how do you know him? Then she said to him that he was in my class a lot year before you were also there, how don't you know him? Takemichi then tried to remember. Then she told him that I was a friend to him. Then she also told that when I was walking with her, some people bullied a cat, so I jumped in to help. And then I also met you and started loving you as you helped me. Then Takemichi remembered that I broke up with her on the Christmas week. And while thinking, suddenly Hinata dad came to meet him. And then they both have a dinner together, and on that day, her father asked that please leave Hinata as you are a gang member, and because of you, she can get harmed. Then the day came of Christmas Eve, and then Takemichi dumped Hinata, and in return Hinata cried and beat him bad and went away crying. Then Takemichi went to his team, and they all laughed on his face as he was beaten up by Hinata. Episode 6. Hakai was all prepared and was on the way to the church. Coco was made in charge of the gang. Teiju went to the church. Chifuyu then had a fight with the whole gang as in order to help Takemichi, but in return got beaten up by Baji. Later, they both talked to each other about the trouble Chifuyu had made. Then Takemichi and Chifuyu went on to the church, and before entering they met with Kisaki. Takemichi went alone inside and met Hakai-tun, convinced him to not to kill his brother, and others stayed behind to stop Teiju to enter. Then Hakai told the reality of himself, that how he was being treated by his brother, and he has no choice left, it's the last option. But then Takemichi told him about his position, as he also left Hinata to save her. Then Teiju entered the room. Takemichi was confused that how was he inside so soon, why didn't others stop him? Then Hakai ran towards him to stab him with knife, and Kisaki had already betrayed them and wanted them to be killed by Teiju. Teiju had dodged the attack and had caught on Hakai. Takemichi then tried to stop Teiju from hurting Hakai. Teiju then started to beat up Takemichi, and he was on the ground in no time. He was on a different level than Teiju. Teiju was there and was taunting them both, but then suddenly Yuzua came there and stabbed Teiju in back, but Teiju pushed her back. Hakai then asked, who told you my plan? And you came here. Then she told that Kisaki told me, and I came to save you. Takemichi then realized that Yuzua was the one who killed Teiju and not Hakai in the future. Teiju then got angry and was enraged to kill everyone there. Teiju then punched her brutally. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.